Your passion will wake you up. This is something that Eric Thomas says a lot in his videos, as well as other self-development teachers, gurus, speakers, whatever, right? And something that I want to talk about is how there's kind of these concepts in self-development, as well as, however you want to word it, self-actualization, just kind of trying to become the overall strongest version of yourself that you can become. And when you're on this path, you're constantly seeking out information, knowledge, anything that can possibly help you to attain what you want. But as you do that, you're going to get exposed to different concepts, different beliefs. And I find it very interesting that there's a very large difference that I want to uh, kind of defer today, which is you can listen to what someone says, you can read what they say, and then you can apply it. And that's good. And that's, what I'd say most people do. But when you can experience something and embody it, that is much more powerful. So, a common thing that happens is I watch these Alan Watts interviews, speeches. Sometimes I'll listen to the Alan Watts Chill Step Project, which is sick. Love it. Just put that on, kind of chill out, maybe smoke one, and just listen to him and think. And it's just cool. But a common thing that happens is, I'll listen to the same speech like 7 times, and after that, I'll still be I vibe what this guy is saying, but I don't really know like what exactly he's saying. And then it's like on the 13th time, I'm like, okay, like I think I kind of know what he's saying. But then something will happen where 2, 3 years down the road, I'll have an experience, and then I'll go, oh, that's what that son of a bitch meant. Oh wow, that does make a lot of sense. Like I knew it because I heard him say it, I heard other people say it, and it sounded right and it made sense. But until I experience it, no, I can try to create it, but it's not the same as just naturally experiencing it. And once you naturally experience it, it's it's real. It's not real until you experience it. And back to what Eric Thomas says, your passion will wake you up, is something I feel that I'm experiencing right now in this period of my life for, the last month extremely, which always happens kind of before I go on a big trip. I'm heading to Peru in 2.5 weeks or so. But just in general, my life in this last year compared to, the year before, the year before, the year before. And that is that when you say your passion wakes you up, I feel like those people that are taking the notes, listening, trying to get on the path might, I wake myself up early so I can work, so I can grind, and that's all good, that might be benefiting you in your time right now. But what I'm saying is it's something actually much deeper than that. Like I don't need to set my alarm right now to wake myself up early to like go get work done because my passion, like it's so on fire that I just wake up. When I wake up, it's what I'm thinking about. And it's like I've been thinking about it when I've been dreaming. My subconscious is working on it because it's so interesting and so fascinating. It's what I want so bad. So your passion wakes you up, is what he's saying. You're not waking yourself up to go do this thing. It's so powerful, it's so meaningful that it wakes you up. That maybe one night you need 8 hours, but the next night it wakes you up in 5 hours, wakes you up in 4 hours because it knows. It's not that you have this thing to do, it's got the thing to do. The passion is what's driving you. That's what he says too. That's what he means. It's driving you, it's forcing you, it's making you, it's happening. It's the action. It's the thing that before the action. Whereas before it's a thought before the actions. I'm gonna wake myself up. Because, Eric Thomas told me to wake up at 4 a.m. because I didn't want to bed enough. It's one's force, the other's natural. And I think that's a big thing in any self-development, is you realize that when there's force to engage in an action or an emotion or whatever, it's usually not going to be the best thing. It can be, for sure, but natural. When you're working within natural, everything just becomes easier. It becomes flowing because this is natural. And when you're forcing your go this way, you're stopping the flow. And when you realize these little things that how you're doing this in different areas of your life, and you can just remove that, it's like the windmill starts moving again, starts chugging. And then what happens when that starts going? Passion comes. Energy, energy. And just fascinating. So, where are you at in your life? Are you kind of forcing yourself to do these things, to go to this job, to take this action, talk to this person? Or are you just going with the flow? And what do you want to do? Thanks for listening. You can click the big red button down below and subscribe for more videos. Thanks. Peace.